Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ro. I've been in recovery from anorexia for over a year now and I make videos about it, but today's a bit more of like a life update. Obviously, if you've been subscribed for a while or you follow me for like any length of time, you'll probably have seen that I have been living with my parents and getting a lot of support from them. But from the title, you'll probably be able to see that I've actually moved out. It's kind of crazy to me and it hasn't really like sunk in yet that I've moved out, but like I'm here, I have. So I thought I'd just like talk about it today and like explain the situation and sort of like answer some questions that I think I might get, because like I know coming from the like position I was in with my anorexia, some people might be a bit concerned that I'm not living with my parents anymore, but I know this is the right thing for me. So basically, again, if you've been following me, you'll know that I have a boyfriend. We're both from the same city, so we live like very close to each other anyway. I moved in with him. We've completely done up his room, which like I'm gonna post a room tour and like a bit of the moving vlog soon. Basically, we did up his room. I've moved in, so I'm living with him. I'm also living with my best friend, who you will have seen in previous videos as well. It's like the Brighton one, living with her and her boyfriend. So we're all friends and we're all living in a house. It's a bloody great situation, to be honest. But yeah, they've lived here for 5 months now. I've been around here a lot of the time. Like there has not been a week that I haven't been here, and I've basically not slept at home in like ages. So it just made so much sense for me to move out, because actually being here gave me so much independence and freedom in terms of my anorexia recovery, because my parents have been incredible. If you watch any of my videos, you've probably like been able to tell that they have been such a constant support. They've been absolutely wonderful and I'm like endlessly grateful for them, because I probably wouldn't have got through it as quickly and well as I did if I hadn't had their constant support. But the time has come to kind of fly the nest, because I needed to take independence and start doing it for myself, because I think I was living in the house where I became sick. I think that was not letting me separate who I am now from the girl I was then, and we are two very, very different people. This is like the start of my new independent adult life, and honestly I've cried a lot because it feels like I'm leaving my childhood behind, and as someone who missed out on what, like 4 or 5 years of their teenage years, I kind of feel like I didn't get a proper childhood, and I think my mental health struggles have gone on even a lot longer than my anorexia has, so I do feel like I've kind of missed out on my childhood a bit, which is why I think it's so emotional to just be leaving home and know that I'm not gonna go back to that, like that child that I was. But that's a huge part of recovering from anorexia, because I think a lot of people kind of become comfortable in the fact that people are caring for them and that actually they don't have to really grow up, because you're just focusing on your body and weight and calories and restriction. And I think that was sort of the place I was in. I felt like I didn't have many responsibilities apart from anorexia, whereas now I want to focus on YouTube, I want to build my relationships, I want to socialize, and I want to be independent. And actually, like, being here for the past few months has taught me to be able to get snacks on my own, meals on my own, eat independently, be intuitive and get things when I want them. But also being here like doesn't mean that I don't get support, because I definitely do get support. Like my boyfriend, my best friend, they're incredible and they help me a lot, but I don't need their help that much. Like with eating, I don't. I know I'm leaving my childhood behind and I'm leaving the home that I grew up in behind. Kind of, not really, because I can just go back, but it is like quite overwhelming and quite emotional to think about. But I do know it's the right thing. One of the things that I've literally been crying about, it's gonna sound so stupid, but obviously if you've been following me, you know I have my dog B. I got her 2018 because my parents thought like getting a puppy and everything would help to sort of not only like give me a bit of a therapy dog, but also to distract us a little bit from what was going on with me, because it was a lot and it felt like that was all that our family had to focus on. But like she is my little love, like the light of my life, and like knowing that I'm not waking up at home with her saying goodnight to her. It's a dog. She's a dog. Like why do I sound like I'm gonna cry? If anyone wants to make me cry, just talk about B, because I probably will. In regards to like anorexia recovery and the support I'm getting, obviously I said about like finding my independence here. I'm keeping a tab on myself. I know that no part of me wants to relapse, and if it ever gets to that, I know who to reach out to and who to talk to. And also my boyfriend's really intuitive and would definitely see the signs. I know that I'm in the hands of a person who cares for me anyway, but I also know I can do it by myself. I will reach out if I think that things are going too far or I might be slipping even slightly, because that's not what I want for myself. If you've been following this channel, you know that my whole aim has been to get a normal life back, just to sort of reassure anyone I am going to be fine, because I know what I'm doing and I know how to take care of myself. I really do. I've learned that food is fuel, but also I am just allowed to enjoy food. I've said this before in an earlier video, like my body doesn't know calories, it knows nutrients. nutrients. So I don't need to track religiously or like restrict myself from things, because my body's just grateful for the fuel, and that's what I'm doing, fueling it. And there has not been a day that I have intentionally restricted in a very, very, very long time now. I wouldn't say I'm 100% recovered, just because I do have times where my mindset slightly slips back, or I feel really awful about my body and I do get anorexic thoughts again. But then I don't know what you class as fully recovered. My body's fully recovered. I think I'll probably get to a point where I'm like, well, I don't even think about anorexia anymore, and then I'll say I'm fully recovered. And when I think about like the support I was getting from mental health services, and my mum was weighing me at home because it was COVID when I started recovery, and that just kind of carried on. But I haven't actually weighed myself since October, and I am doing so much better for it. Like, I'm so glad that I don't know my weight. I think it would have really put me back by now. Weighing myself is not an issue because I just don't weigh myself anymore. If somebody insisted I weighed myself, there are scales here, but I don't even know where they are, so I'd have to ask. There's not going to be any obsessive behaviours here. There's not going to be any reminders of obsessive behaviours here. I think that was a massive thing as well. My bedroom had a lot of memories attached to it from when I was ill, and every time I was in there alone, all I could think about was those memories. And I don't want to be triggering, but like, I used to struggle with exercise, and my room was where a lot of that took place. I also don't sleep very well, so sleeping next to my boyfriend has like been a huge help, and I sleep a lot better here. I think overall it just makes so much sense, me moving out, but obviously like, it is a big change, so I just wanted to chat about it a bit. I can still see my mental health team because I'm still in the same catchment thing, and I have a really difficult therapy starting at the end of this month, so that's going to be fun. But it's nice to know that I have my own space, and I'm going to be getting a little pet to help me through the therapy. I'll film a video on that. Overall, I'm doing really, really well. I just, you know, this is my YouTube channel and I tell you about things that are going on in my life, so I thought I'd update you. It's going to be new backgrounds, it's going to be a new place to film. I feel like I can be more productive somehow. I just feel responsible for myself and more adult. It's exciting times. Things are good. I'm very excited. And also, I have a new hoodie and t-shirt design. I will insert pictures here and you can grab yourself one. I'll put the link in the description, and I hope you love them. Some of the profits will be going to Beat, the UK's eating disorder charity, so if you want to get one, you know where to look. That was me rambling, but hopefully it explains some stuff and the fact that I do think I can manage, and it's exciting. This is a new era of recovering. As always, thank you so much for your continued support. I'm so grateful to all of you. Please look after yourself. You deserve kindness, and I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you in my moving vlog and my room tour.